Okay. Looks a little bit better. Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make eyeballs for your sculptures. I'm mostly doing this because the people who I typically get the eyeballs from, they just disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. So this is going to be you learning with me how to make these eyeballs, and hopefully it'll work out. So I went to the store and got some Sculpey from Hobby Lobby. I got two colors, white. This was like a little bit of an off-white, and this one's just black. This should be plenty for like a ton of eyeballs. So you shouldn't have to buy this too often unless you're making like hundreds. So let's cut into this. This stuff doesn't really dry out. So you mostly just want to rewrap it to avoid it getting dirty, dust and whatnot all over it. We're just going to go ahead and roll this up into a ball. Roll it out into a cylinder. It's really, really helpful to have a cutting mat like this because it comes with all these registrations and you can actually cut on them. So I'm going to actually do that here. Let's cut there, and then we'll cut this one in half right there like that. Okay. There you go. That should do. This is obviously going to be where the pupil is. All right, next we're going to just hopefully not do that. Just going around like this. All right, next we're going to get into the black here. This is going to be the pupil. This other really small tool, and I'm just going to make an indentation where the pupil is going to go. That's all I need. Go back over here, and we're just going to try to place this right in the center there. This should be the same size as the other pupil. It's in there, the center. So to bake these, you could just do them in a normal oven, but let's be real, that's a lot of power for two very small things. I'm sure if you're doing like a whole plate of these, that makes sense, but instead, I'm just going to use our old toaster oven here. This thing that's been sitting here forever. All right, it's dirty. Oh. Spilt that all over my pants. That's not good. And turn that to bake. You want to bake it at like 250. 250 sounds good, I think. I need some type of like foil or something to put this on. I don't have a platter. That should do, right? And I'll just call for help later. Oh no, I lost an eye. All right, so while those are baking, I have just a little something to share with you that I just realized. And this is why it's really important that you read, which I don't do very often apparently. You read what it is that you're buying. It says glow in the dark, luminescent. Let's see if I can get this to show. Yeah, it glows in the dark, okay? So now I have glow in the dark eyes, which I don't need. It's gotta be done. I'm pulling them. I don't want it to burn. You're looking a bit toasty. Son of a biscuit. Don't roll away. I guess I really should have been timing that for the future, because that was a good time, but they are clearly glow in the dark. So
many months later.
All right, y'all, it is a new day. I went and got the appropriate clay here. I made sure that it did not say luminescent. It just says plain old white clay. So this is the right stuff. This is what you want. We're gonna try our second attempt at doing the eyeballs. This is the eyeball that I currently have. It did not work out the way I intended it to for a number of reasons. So there you go. We're gonna try this again. Take two. Okay, here are our different elements that we have. They are all hard and ready to go. So yeah, let's get on with the paint job. Just dump this out. We do not want to lose any of this stuff, so I'm going to show you a kind of neat trick, and that is called making use of our glow-in-the-dark clay. Just as like a temporary hold here for it. We don't need a lot, literally just a smidge. All right, so I'll take a little bit of this brown. The goal here is to paint the entirety of this inside iris without spilling to the outer edge here. So just staying within that little indentation and circle that we made. And remember, when you're painting, nobody's rushing you, okay? You go at your own speed. You take your time to do it right. Just keep going all the way around here like this. All right, and then we can paint the inside as well, because I think we did pretty good with that. That looks good. Okay, that's looking nice. I like that. We'll do the same thing in this other eye. Okay, so I'm going to give these just a couple minutes to dry up. Now just lightly take our gold. And here's the deal, guys. You don't want like a ton of this on your brush. A very, very little bit can go a long way. And remember, we're just doing highlights on these eyes. So we want to be very, very intentional about where we're putting these highlights here. I like the gold because it adds like a little sparkle, but it doesn't take away from the integrity of the eye, in that it doesn't look fake. I mean, everybody's eyes have like a little bit of like a sparkle to them. So a little bit more there. There we go. There's our eyeballs. Okay. Next is the fun part. This is the resin I'm using. It takes a few days to actually set up completely. You have like 40 minutes of working time. Cure time is 24 to 48 hours. Now, I made a mistake. The first time I used this, I touched it within 24 hours and I left a fingerprint in the mark. So you want to be sure not to touch this at all. I usually leave it for a while before I touch it. So I'm going to go ahead and stir this up and get it really well mixed in this cup. It's like literally a drop. It's not that much. Such a small amount. There you go. That's all it is. You want it to just bubble over. Ooh. Ooh. There you go. There you go. Again, just set them in. There you go. All right. It's hard to see, guys, I know, because it's so tiny, but I will also say, being mindful of this stuff. You don't want to get this stuff on your hands or fingers too much. Be in a pretty well ventilated area. I'm obviously doing that very well, you know, by doing this in my enclosed basement. I'm just a starring example of what not to do. When these are all cured up in the next couple days, I will come back and show the finished product to you guys.
Day 2.
All right, y'all. It has been 2 days. I have let these eyeballs cure. There it is. Our 2 little eyes. These turned out much better than I had anticipated they would, and I'm excited to be able to make more of these for myself and for my own sculptures in the future. But these truly just turned out really, really, really well. So I hope that you enjoyed this small little journey that we just took together and learning how to do this together. I hope you learned something from this experience, and hopefully you'll be able to avoid some of the same mistakes I made, like the glow-in-the-dark clay. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Try your best to just support me in doing this, because I barely have any time to do this as it is, and just having the support to continue to go on and continue to do this, it helps so tremendously. So yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time.